I'm here to show you how to find mastery topics in NoRedInk so that you can practice all of your grammar skills. So on your home page, you'll see up at the top, it says Home, Past Work, and Learn. You're going to click on Learn, and that will take you to the mastery topics. Now you're going to want to make sure this is set on See All Pathways. That way you know you can find exactly what topic you're looking for, and then you can either scroll through all of the different topics. They're alphabetized into those two categories of not started and in progress, or you can type in the search bar. So for our first assignment, you're going to be working on articles. And when you type in articles, yours will pop up in not started, but because I went in to set this up, ours is going to be listed right here. So you'll notice when you come into the pathway, it will show you the different steps you need to follow in order to reach the checkpoint. Now you have a couple options here. If you feel like you really understand the topic, because you've got this checkpoint where you can place out of these three topics, you can just jump ahead and start the topic completely. But if you're not sure if you really understand the topic yet, or you don't want to jump in and get really overwhelmed because there's too much going on, you also have the option of starting with the very first topic. Now, I did a couple questions in here. That's why it says level 1 achieved. Yours will say begin. And if you want to see if you know the topic well enough to skip ahead and just do the checkpoint, you have a couple different options. You could click and hit lesson. And what the lesson will do is it will give you an overview of what that topic is about. And you can actually look at the lessons even for locked assignments. So here you've got using a and then this is a verse and again, it'll give you the rules you can scroll through. And if you look at those three things and go, yeah, I really understand this, I think I can jump ahead, perfect. Click on checkpoint and start the assignment. Now, if you start that checkpoint and you realize, wait a second, I don't know this as well as I thought, you can always leave by hitting exit practice, and it'll take you right back to that pathway, and you can go back to those individual practices. So you may also want to start a practice, and if you're like, wait a second, I do really understand this, you can do the same thing, exit, and go back to the checkpoint. So for this, it just says select the article in the sentence. I'm going to select the and hit submit answer. Look, I'm a genius. I've already completed level 2. Select the article, an umbrella. I've already finished level 3. Here's the. Now I have to answer one more question. Up here you'll see the bar. For some topics, you'll have more than just 2 questions, but for others, they will be very, very quick. So we'll do the, and now I can either begin the next topic, or if I go back to the pathway and I've decided that, you know what, I think I am good to go ahead with the checkpoint, I can skip ahead to my checkpoint to place out. You'll notice up here we've got more questions that we have to answer in order to achieve mastery, but that's because we skipped those 2 topics. So that is how you find mastery topics, and your first assignment is articles. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.